everybody, this is Sugar Moon, also known as Cheyenne. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I hope that you guys are taking care of your energy as such. I'm going to go ahead and dive in for our chosen ones and as well as starseed reading. So if you identify with the term chosen ones, if you know you're anointed by the Most High, this is your reading, as well as any star seeds. Like I'm talking about my indigo, crystal, rainbow. I'm talking to my blueprinters, Turian race. I'm talking to Mintonkins. I'm talking to Sirius. I'm calling in Anunnaki. So anything that you identify with, even when it comes down to Atlantis timelines, Kemet timelines, Turtle Island, such as that, or even Tartarian, such as ancient civilizations. If you have any past lives that are trickling in as far as through your dream state, or through vision wise, or through the third eye, clairvoyancy, then this reading is definitely for you. I'm really picking up on a lot of my magicians, my high priestesses, my shamanistic people, those that are more in tune with Mother Gaia, the earth in general. So I hope you guys all had a beautiful Mother Gaia day or an Earth Day. The 22nd, if you are seeing 222, that's another indication that you have jumped timelines. Okay. Let me see. The Tower. The Tower card. Okay, so I did warn people that this will be karma season coming up. Go ahead and check out my previous readings, actually the Walking Karma Tarot readings. I'm also picking up on Scorpio, even Aries vibes coming through. God or goddesses of destruction, Kali Ma, Sekhmet, Aries, ancient Greece coming through. So if you identify with those deities, they are definitely watching over you. I'm also picking up on Shango and Oya too, if you're into the Orishas. This, you see these two people? This is probably the most graceful or elegant tower card I've ever seen. I feel like since this is upright, this is something that possibly is on the horizon, or it is currently happening right now in the present moment. Yeah, Page of Coins. So in order for this new beginning to start, we're going to have to go through the destruction phase. So I feel like a lot of people are getting fired, losing jobs, I feel like massive loss in life. So losing loved ones, whether it's a breakup, divorces, I'm feeling a lot of split energy. I'm also saying that the disruption within one life, like so someone feels like they have been stable for the last 10 years and then something happens and they lose it all. It's like that type of energy where it's the fall period.
And a lot of people like to demonize the falling period.
We always like to say, oh my God, falling, some people say you're falling into place, or you got to lose your mind to find it again, that type of ordeal. But I'm saying like this energy of like having to pick back up the pieces all over again, or if you had to start all over again within something, whether it was a career choice, if you switched majors, I don't know if you're in college, having to move to a brand new state, having to uproot your life and move to a brand new country, a brand new city, whatever it is. Right now, people are going through massive changes, and I'm seeing the 555 1010 energy as well. So if you have been saying that, that's something that's probably happening in your life at this current moment. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, karmic season. This is my wheel of karma that is turning at this point. 10 again, 1010, could be seeing that, or 1001, which is the start of a new beginning after the endings. So this right here represents that the devil came to collect. Okay, so if people made bets or wagers against your life, or those who were sending you evil eye or dark magic or anything like that, that will be put to a stop right now. And I did make mention within previous readings that everything is being recorded here, especially into the Akashic records. So whatever you put out there will come back to you eventually. I'm also hearing Saturn return. So a lot of people are going through a Saturn return, which is really rough. So which represents that every 30 to 35 years, Saturn will return back to the point that you were born. I am going through my Saturn return as well, so I relate to that. I just turned 30 this year. I celebrated my birthday, took a little time off, and yeah, so the big 3-0, I'm in a huge transitional phase within my life. And yes, the tears will fall, you will purge. I'm seeing someone crying. Okay, so a lot of people right now are shedding tears, and that's perfectly normal. I say that, that's part of the grieving process. So if you are going through massive loss in life, it's okay to cry, it's okay to break down. But what's even more important is being able to get back up again and trying all over again. One more card. And then I'll move on to the oracles. Oh my gosh, 10 of Swords. Gosh, guys, you see this energy? The 10-10? End of a cycle. Okay, most painful yet. I really want to give everyone a hug right now. And this is definitely the human experience. I did warn people we go through a lot of trials and tribulations. I'm hearing someone about like the last nail in the coffin. So something happened within your life. You said that's enough. This is it. I'm going to close this out. Toxic friendship, toxic family members, toxic lovers, toxic coworkers, a toxic workplace environment, all of that is coming up to the surface for you to address. And I feel like right now, either Spirit's going to show you someone's true colors to the point where you have no choice but to leave, or be going to make it so that the fire under your ass gets so hot to the point where you have no choice but to make a choice. And I know we all have free will down here, but sometimes when you start pushing back on something and you know something's not really good for you and it's not for you, yet you still continue to hang on to that aspect, Spirit will really yank it out through a Tower moment. Now, I'm seeing defeated energy, feeling defeated. So those who are on the karmic wheel as far as karmic lessons to learn are experiencing endings, and others are experiencing beginnings. Where there's a death, there's a birth. I'm feeling that Phoenix rising energy too. There's a rebirth happening right now. Someone's coming out of their cocoon phase. I'm feeling a lot of goddess energy, divine feminine energy, feeling of like, I don't know if you were buried alive in a past life, killed in a past life. I'm feeling that type of energy. It's really heavy energy. I'm with this 10 of Swords right here, and as well as the Wheel of Fortune. They're showing me like this clock that keeps going back in time like this. And you know how time is not like linear, it's a spiral. It goes like this and it goes in and out. So the way how time works, this is why we say it's an illusion. Say for instance it's 2026 right now, I'm talking to you right now. At this current time, if I were to refer to the 1500s, a girl in the 1500s that's living over here, like on Turtle Island, where I'm from, could be doing something completely different, like reading cards, but right now, currently. That's how time works. Like everything happens really in the present moment. There's really no such thing as the past or the future. It's just more of the state of mind that stays in those type of pockets of vibration. And that's why the past can have so much power over us, is because pain knows no time. It can feel just like it happened yesterday, even though it happened 10 years ago. So if you went through something really serious even 10 years ago, that type of energy is coming up to be purged out. You may be crying and not knowing why you're crying. You may be triggered by certain situations in life right now that you don't know why you're triggered for. Sometimes it is from a past life that you don't know of. I am feeling this someone murdered energy. Someone died with the Tower card, and then they came back to life. So death is really just the illusion of it all. When we experience death here, they're celebrating a birth over there in the spirit world. But when we are celebrating a birth here, they're mourning a death that's in the spirit world. Does that make sense? Because their loved one is leaving that world to come into this one. So there's like some sort of like grievances, I feel. There could be a funeral in the future, or a past funeral that you went to. I don't know why, but the moon is not in the full moon phase or the new moon phase when I'm speaking right now. But for some reason, I've just been staring at the moon lately. And I always stargaze, but for some reason the moon has some sort of captivating, alluring vibe to it. So that's why I'm feeling this feminine energy, like the yin energy is coming through. I feel like the masculine energy, there's this yearning, like I'm yearning for you. In a past life, you used to stare at the moon, right? And then your soulmate used to stare at the moon as well, and you guys were under the same sky. There's also times where soulmates incarnate not on the same timeline. Sometimes they incarnate in different planets. All right, that's very rare, but there are times where there's soulmates that one incarnates here on this planet, and then the other soul incarnates here on this planet. Either way, you guys are looking at the same sky. You guys are seeing the same constellations, the same star. You guys think of one another every time you look at the moon at night. There's this yearning vibe. I feel like the feminine energy is more so embracing life after going through a series of death. Same thing with masculines. I think masculine energy is experiencing the complete opposite. they're experiencing death. And sometimes, you know, both is not pretty. Life and death can have its scary moments, I would have to say. What's going on with the moon cycle? Oh gosh, yep. It says luck is on your way, Sagittarius energy in the house. Bow and arrows could be very significant to you. It says new moon in Sagittarius, so yeah, luck. I'm also feeling like Lady Luck is coming through. Surrender to the divine full moon. So we have the new moon and the full moon coming out. Then we also have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Okay, we got 2 new moons. Wow, 2 fire signs. Okay, possibly like a soulmate of yours, or it could be within your chart, Leo or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There's this new beginning that's coming. Luck is in favor to those who believe in it.
Believe it or not.
So things have already been pre-written. That's why sometimes, like as I'm speaking, history is being written right now, but I'm sensing this energy of like you were the oracle. You were somebody that did help people in their past lives. Also seeing like Leo energy. I'm also seeing Artemis. Could do with that moon, the Artemis space shuttle that was going around. But either way, right now, confidence is your key to solar plexus, your golden core, being able to cultivate enough for you to elevate or to ascend to a certain point vibrationally. So you are working on your golden core, which is building up how you view yourself, how the world views you in general. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how the world views you. It's really how you view yourself. It's like a divine mirror. I'm also hearing that you're a divine mirror that walks around. You reflect back the cycles and behaviors to other people, whether it's karmic or positive. You are someone that will mirror back their behaviors to them so that they can see themselves for the first time. Okay, so yeah, it says at the end of it, it's like, what do you need to release? This is about letting go, about pride and ego with the Leo energy, needing to let go of pride, because they say pride is one of the most harmful sins. There's a reason why pride comes before the fall. I'm seeing that in real time right now. People who are too prideful, people who base their whole life and validation on pride and ego. Right now, there are situations that are making people's ego be crushed completely. I'm talking about a complete ego death. What people thought was true to them happens to be false, a false narrative that was spewed or that they were indoctrinated with as far as, you know, limited beliefs or their belief systems when they were little. This is why I say this is not the age of believing, it's about the age of knowing. Just because you believe in something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. People are seeking truth rather than what is being told to them, and I think that's one of the first stages of the spiritual awakening, which is to get out of the denial stage of this is all I know and this is all I will ever know. It's getting out of the ignorance, taking off the rose-tinted glasses. And some people are, you know, some people will choose to keep those glasses on. You cannot change people down here. You can only change yourself. So the main focus right now, I feel like, should be on cultivating you. Not so worried about how the world views you. How does the Most High view you? How does Spirit view you? I need to do probably a pick a card reading on that. How does your Spirit team view you? Okay, so this is the Kuan Yin Oracle, one of my favorites. Kuan Yin, very important goddess, Chinese goddess of compassion. I also had information that I shared with Bobby Hebbett lecture-wise on Threads, so I'm feeling people on Threads coming through.
Back in 1994, one of the seers, sister named STARSEED, I asked her what was, you know, I got my mother's spiritual name and who she was, and so she said, 𝑚𝒌𝒄. So I went down to South Carolina and said, you 𝑚𝒌𝒄. And my mama said, 𝑚𝒌𝒄, that shit sound Asian. And lo and behold, I want to show you something. This is a picture of my mother in her 20s, either right after college or doing college. Does that look like 𝑚𝒌𝒄 to you? Does that look Asian to you? This is one of her, maybe 15 years ago. She had all kind of chameleon type looks.
Oh, wow.
You see, but this one looks Asian. So when the sister said 𝑻𝒉𝒂𝒏𝒌, you see, now that's what I'm trying to tell you, that in our DNA, we got all of it in us, and that's why you can't be stuck on one continent.
Exactly.
The night she died, a sister came by with a statue of, this is the goddess Kuan Yin. And this particular goddess, when they came with that statue, it was actually a form of my mother. This was about 30 minutes before she made the transition. She made her appearance. Then the bats came and flew around the house. And then after that, my brother called and said, Mom's missing. The house is on fire. And basically, when and to put a long story short, and I talked about this last night, they couldn't find out what happened. They didn't know how the fire started or whatever. But in so many words, that Monday when the fire chief came and said, look, we got the autopsy back from Charleston, South Carolina, and they don't know. That's when the green flag showed up. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, because the night she died, I got in touch with her, and she was like, look, it's important for you to find out how I died. Wow. And I'm like, well, you know, it was a fire. She said, no, you got to understand, because that's going to be a key. And then I realized when the fire marshal, I said, oh, spontaneous human combustion. But hers was so powerful till she took the damn near the house with her. Wow. So she ascended. So she didn't die. Basically, it was her time to ascend. It was a goddess that was waiting inside of her, like a Kuan Yin energy, because she was also. Here's a picture of a goddess, Kuan Yin, from China, Asia, Thailand, Japan, by way of India, and on into Africa. Showing you what we're dealing with here. We're not dealing with just getting information about different deities that we can't do nothing about. We're dealing with actual progress here. What I mean by that is this. Before Christmas, this entity showed up, Kuan Yin. Thousands, if not millions, of Asians have statues to her. She's the goddess of compassion. She was killed, went into hell, resurrected on the third day, and gave compassion in his personal savior. Does that story sound familiar?
Know exactly what I'm talking about, how important Kuan Yin's energy is and how relevant her energy is to Yeshua within Christianity. So, Mother of Mercy. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse, ending a cycle of manipulation, unkindness, or unconsciousness. This spiritual assistance is offered to you now from a place of loving respect, kindness, and great spiritual power. Blessings to Kuan Yin, Mother of Mercy, who watches over us with attentive love and cares for our spiritual progress. Yes, so we are ending cycles of manipulation, that narcissistic timeline, that archetype where people use control tactics to get what they want in life, or use sacrificial or demonic practices in order for them to advance in life or to ascend. I did make mention in the past about how a lot of people are getting mixed up with the Mary Magdalene archetype, divine feminine archetype, with the Sophia, Bride of Christ archetype. They are completely two separate beings. And a lot of people like to say that Mary Magdalene was like Yeshua's lover or what. No, that she was a devout person that practiced and believed in Yeshua's, faith and believed in his causes that he was going for. But the actual feminine energy of Yeshua is named Sophia, Sophia, completely different. She's also associated to the ancient dragon serpent gods and goddesses, talking about primordial spirits, ascended masters. You could be seeing 333. That energy, the actual Sophia, Bride of Christ right now, is coming through the divine feminine energy to activate. If you are working with the other energy, Mary Magdalene, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that the divine feminine energy is elevating in consciousness past the Mary Magdalene phase, past the Eve and Lilith phase, past that phase. Religion is based off of somewhat truth, and a lot of it is based off of false narrative. It was a ancient text that was rewritten over and over again, and it just depends on what version you're talking about. Are you talking about the Ethiopian version? Are you talking about the King James version, which I don't agree with? Like I stated on here, I'm not for religion. I am for to gain knowledge and to also gain wisdom, meaning to study all religions, and you'll find that those little trinkets or little pieces of the puzzle all form into one thing, okay, at the end of the day. And when you come to that point, when you realize that all of that is just little blueprints to get you to the actual truth of it all, once you get past the religion phase, once you get past the spirituality phase, people are like, well, what's after spirituality? Find out then. That's why we're here. It's called about diving down the rabbit hole even further. I did state that spirituality is also part of the matrix. A lot of people are moving to spiritual faith, but once the age of Aquarius, which is way, way, way in the future, technically, in our future selves, in our future versions, that will be a whole different set of karmic lessons. Okay, you are always continuously learning even after you pass on from here, from this realm. What's this? The Lotus Throne. It takes courage to trust your inner light to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own at times. Yep, comparison is a thief of joy. That's for sure. You are being asked to trust the light within above all. Have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within you and is with you always. Lotus Throne. You could be seeing lotuses as a form of the change. I'm seeing that Tower Scorpio energy being in the mud phase. You could feel unseen, unloved, unappreciated, misunderstood. Okay, definitely overlooked. And I feel like the lack of support through this phase within your life is here to help cultivate you. You won't really connect with the actual divine or spirit or the Most High unless you're truly alone. Sometimes spirit needs you to quiet the noise, the distractions, so that you can actually hear and see what is right in front of you. But so many people they're always clouded right here. Too much thoughts going on right here. Too much things that we're feeding to our body right here that distorts us. Too much things that we're divulging in as far as scrolling through social media and our energy sucked in through that way. You comparing your journey to other people's journey is a disservice to you. That's why I said it's important to focus on you and your journey, to cultivate your faith. You are also as capable as Yeshua or these ascended masters to be able to spread truth and awareness to others. It just takes a lot of courage to do so. And in order to do that, you got to build that confidence factor, okay? Confidence is the key. That's what they said to success. Believing in yourself. You know thyself. Do you know that you can accomplish things that you can put your mind to, that you put your heart to? And I'm pretty sure you have. And you continue to do so. The Book of Changes, okay? So this could be, ancient texts and books coming through. Just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life. Although it isn't always predictable, Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfolding of your own divine path. Again, it's asking about trust. Trust yourself. When you're going through massive loss in life, when you're losing everything, even your damn mind, you start questioning even the Most High. You start even being angry. Some people, they get mad. It's very human to do, to get mad at the Most High. Some people curse at the Most High. You won't know that unless you experience extreme loss to the point where you actually are questioning, like, am I in hell? Am I in hell? Is this hell? Is this hell? Oh my God.
What the hell's going on?
This is vengeance, so I am to ferry you to hell.
I can't deal with this no more. Like I gotta check out. I gotta check out.
What's going on? Talk to me.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done.
Cut the show. You know, you get to that certain point, that's the real test of all. Are you gonna have faith within yourself or the divine that everything's gonna be okay, or are you gonna completely like crash out to the point where you actually sabotage these new beginnings for yourself? Imposter syndrome that's coming through. It could be a longer reading, guys, because I feel like this is a very heavy reading. You could be connected to ascended masters a lot, like I'm seeing Buddha, Yeshua, you know, that type of energy. You could be connected to Sekhmet with the lion goddess that is coming through. Sekhmet definitely is coming through too. Ancient Egypt could also be a past life of yours as well, or just ancient Kemet in general. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors from the chosen ones and starseeds who are watching. Okay. Yep, third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, 37, which equals a 10. A lot of 10s here throughout the board. 10, 10, 10, okay? Endings and beginnings. You see the golden core where his stomach is? It's all about cultivation right now in this phase. And what is cultivation? I am also feeling a lot of Asian or Chinese influences coming through, like Buddhism culture or just in general, just all throughout the board. There's this thing called the golden core, and it resides in your solar plexus. If that thing gets shot or destroyed, or if someone destroys the golden core, there goes your sense of self. There goes your sense of belonging in this world. To the fact that sometimes the golden core, it is broken or shattered, your whole stance on living in general, you'll basically be like a walking empty vessel. You would feel like death inside. You would feel empty inside. We're seeing it a lot in the world, is that a lot of people don't feel that empathy anymore, or don't feel that sense of worth anymore. And so when that leaves the window, you start doing things that are not human-like, that could also be heinous. You could go the wrong way. You are more susceptible to be possessed and overtaken by demonic entities, actually, if your golden core is off. This is, all the other chakras are important, but the heart chakra and the solar plexus and the third eye especially, all of that, those three chakras in general are very, very important to upkeep. If we do not, we risk having bouts of suicidality. Sometimes people lash out and hurt other people. That's why I'm feeling that murderous energy. When people's golden core is completely blown out, it makes you do things that you never thought humans would be capable of doing. And we can't blame it all on demonic energy now, because humans themselves, this version of humans that we're in the body right now, our flesh, our meat suit, this version right now definitely have been overtaken by a virus at one point within our DNA. That is why I know for a fact why humans act the way that they do, and why we're so weak and susceptible for demonic possession, or not even just demonic possession, but just lower vibrational spirits in general can influence our livelihood and the choices that we make down here if we're not careful. If you don't care about all that, and that sounds like a honky-dory piece of shit, like
Whatever, I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live my life.
go ahead and do it. Go ahead, boo. No one's stopping you. Like I said, you got free will down here. I just advise people to be more mindful of their actions so that they don't have to keep coming down here over and over again, and you trying to find people like me every lifetime to give you a sense of self, as far as like giving you answers to the things that you already know. So everything I'm telling you right now, you already know the answers right now. This is just a reminder. I don't know if you're just scrolling because you're bored and you just clicked on this video, or if you're genuinely like looking for help, or if you just so happen to just be like, I don't know, let's see what she says. If you're not paying attention, this doesn't apply to you, and you clicked out, goodbye. This message is not for you. But I'm saying to those that who are conscious, like, again, something about like ending the unconsciousness cycle. Where is that card from Kuan Yin? We're ending a cycle of manipulation, unkindness, or unconsciousness. So when it comes to you doing things without knowing, this is what I meant by ignorance can also be very destructive. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is just ignorance, and it can actually cause a lot of deaths. Are you gonna blame ignorance on that you didn't know any better? I mean, that's for children, right? For the new souls that are coming through That's why they deserve a little bit more grace. That's why children are seen a little bit more differently than down here versus like the adult body experience. But really, we're all children at the end of the day compared to spirit. The soul, it depends on how old it is. I'm talking to the people who have a very old soul, an ancient soul. You went back all the way to the time of there was only darkness and then there was light. That's how far your soul goes back. I'm talking about to primordial days, where the feminine energy gave birth to itself and gave birth to the masculine energy. You powerful. You're more powerful than you think. Some people will be like, oh, don't let it get to her head or his head. People don't want you to know who you are because they feel like you're going to get a big head. If they can prevent you from knowing who you are and where you come from, where your origins, your star origins, your DNA background, if they can prevent you from finding all that out, even better. Because the more that you stay ignorant, the more controllable you are from the system. Please understand that I always mean well. Yes. So I don't know if people misunderstood your intentions. If you're someone who is like a lone wolf, or someone who possibly doesn't have as much friends, or I feel like you were misunderstood, your intentions were misunderstood, or you were either demonized. Either someone is saying this to you or wants to say this to you. I'm feeling apology energy, like I'm sorry. I feel like people are finally wanting to apologize, funny enough, after you removed your energy and access out of their life. Forgiveness does not mean access to life, okay, within your life in any way. It does not mean you have to open that door back up. I always tell people, you forgive on your own time down here. I'm not for that, forgive for they do not know. Yes, people do not know. They're walking around with ignorance, and it's okay to have a level of compassion for them and a form of empathy for them. But what we're not doing down here is constantly forgiving someone who is not changing their behavior, or does not want to change their behavior, does not want to look in the mirror in any sort of way or fashion. We're not endorsing. We're not going to be flying monkeys to people like that. No, that's not how it works down here. Not with me. Not with my crew, not with my Starseed tribe. Absolutely not. Enabling people. That's something that also Spirit's coming for, are the enablers. People who feel like they didn't do anything wrong because Tom, Dick, and Sally over here is doing all the fucked up heinous shit, not knowing the fact that they are enabling it. They're not even, doing anything as far as trying to stop the situation and say, hey, you kind of out of line with this. No, these are people that be like, oh, well, that's Tom, Dick, or Sally. That's just who they are. That's just who they're always going to be. Oh, they're always just going to be an abusive asshole. Someone that always purposely targets people. Someone that always wants to wreck people's self-esteem. Someone who is verbally, mentally, or emotionally, and even physically abusive to those around them. Yeah, it's just them. What is wrong with y'all? And if this triggers you,
get some help.
what else? You're a mystery to be solved. Yes, so someone can easily misunderstand you. Even though you walk with pure intentions, someone can feel like you have malicious intentions. So this is what I meant. Demons, they like to flip shit, okay? We got people out here who are actually being manipulative, who are doing heinous shit, killing, destroying, cheating, infidelity, all that shit, all that sexual assault, all that. They want to throw that on you. This is what I meant why I say destiny swapping really isn't a thing. It's because their attempt of destiny swapping is that they think that they can give their bad karma to you. If I can give my bad karma to you, I can get your good karma, and so that I can live your perfect destiny and write off my karma. This is how these people think. If I can do a little juju, a little magic here and there, I can write off my karma and then just give it to you. And I can reap the rewards that you bestowed onto you, destiny-wise. I can take that for myself. Because again, the chosen ones, you're the manipulative one. You're the demonic, satanic one. You're the one that got to go. Whistleblower, the truth seeker, the truth teller, the trailblazer. You. So I'm not going for that shit. If someone can see past that type of illusion, that's cool. They're cool. If someone is believing the smear campaigns or going off of the narrative of what other people say about you, kick them to the curb. You don't need them. They were looking for excuses to not like you. And now that someone has ran their mouth, finally they feel like they can open their mouth about you. Oh, because yes, we can hate together. We can hate together on this person against the chosen one, because we're so weak. We're so weak. I need to get into a group of people because I know I can't take down the chosen one myself. This is how demons think. The better in numbers. We're stronger in numbers. Let's sing Kumbaya. This is not the time. I told people, stop playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Some people have to pay their karma. If you want to be in the way of someone's karma blowback, so be it. Feel the pain of that karma blowback. Okay? It'll probably teach you a lesson to stay out of people's business and stop trying to save everybody. This is for the chosen one. Stop trying to save everyone down here. People are going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day. If you see someone drowning out there and you know damn well that they were out here purposely drowning other victims and things like that, and karma finally caught up to their ass and they started drowning.
Why the fuck are you jumping in there and playing Captain Save-A-Ho?
I'm gonna be the good Christian. I'm gonna be the good person. I'm gonna be the better person to do this. The better person would be to let people learn their lessons, honestly. To step back, learn to step back. That's also true love too. If learning to love from a distance when someone's paying their own karma and you know damn well they fucked up. It's not for you to like mock and to laugh at their experience and their downfall. That's not it. Spirit guys, I know answer, then I gotta close this shit out. I'm working hard to provide you the life you deserve. To be a soulmate saying that they are working hard so that they can give you things that you do. This is what I like to hear. Working hard so that I can provide what you deserve. Not saying that you deserve better. I like this energy. Okay, it means that I'm willing to work on myself, even if it means that I am not with you physically, whether it's family, friend, lover, whatever it is. I can work on me and I'm okay, and I will always wish well for you. Same vice versa, and we're going to be our own cheerleaders for each other. That shit I like. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. That's the key. I thought we learned that in kindergarten. I get depressed sometimes. Yep, people going through depression. Again, if you're not working on that golden core, that confidence factor, if you're letting people's words get to you, beat you up inside, ruminating on what people told you, saying that you're ugly, you're this and that, you're not smart, you're dumb, you're, this and that, you'll never do this, you'll never achieve this, you'll never do, who do you think you are? That type of thing. Get that shit out of your head.
Tell them shut the f*** up. Shut up.
I'm the one that's running the show, not you guys. Your projections of insecurities at me does not hold weight to how I feel for myself or the way the Most High feels for me. So I'm here to tell you, kick those thoughts to the curb. If you feel like you're your worst critic, you're your worst enemy, and it's not someone else and you just fighting yourself at the end of the day, give yourself love. If you want to practice forgiveness, learn to forgive yourself first before you start forgiving other people. I'm getting the courage to approach you. Someone's about to approach you. This soulmate, I'm feeling the soulmate coming through. Soulmate coming through. I love that ass. So it's the courage to approach like you and like things in life. Like I'm getting the courage to approach life in general. I'm getting courage to be the own narrator of my own life. Like I don't need someone else to come in to save me. I don't need someone to come into this and that. At the end of the day, you gotta love you. You gotta look in the mirror and say, I love that ass. You turn around and say, I like the way I look. It's the affirmation, self-affirmations part. And I know it sounds cringy and it sounds weird at first, and you may not like it when you start implementing self-love into your life. At first, it may feel like, ugh, it's cringy. You went through life beating yourself up over and over again. I think it's time for you to actually show yourself some love, some form of love that you always wished for. Where we get it wrong as humans is that we go searching for love outside of, I'm guilty of it too. We go search for love outside of ourselves, hoping that it will fill our cup, not realizing that it's depleting our cup even more. You got to fill this cup up first, and then whatever it is that's meant for you will naturally gravitate towards you and attract and approach you. You won't even have to chase it. It will literally come to you on your doorstep like a package. Like, here you go. Here's a delivery for you, for so-and-so. Is this you? Yes. Okay, sign it here. All right, here you go. and that gift was from the Most High that was waiting for, but it took for you to let go finally. I'm saying that there's this need, I don't know if it doesn't even have to be a physical thing, but letting go of your self-limiting beliefs, letting go of people's views of you, letting go of the need for someone to give you permission to live life to the fullest. It's time to let go. Let me go ahead and close this out with the last deck. We have the Starseed tarot deck right here. If you hear that in the background, that's my son. Go ahead and ask spirit guides. Oh my gosh, guys, the seeds of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Unconsciousness, this is what I meant. So your subconsciousness, like how you operate in your dream state. So your nightmares, your dreams, things like that. That's coming to the surface now. At this point, back then during Atlantis, like Mintaka days, there really was no such thing as subconscious. Like the subconscious was like already in the forefront. Does that make sense? So a lot of gifts that we have, such as telekinesis, telepathic abilities, things like that, are in the subconscious realm. The ability to fly in your dreams, the ability to, whatever it is that you do in your dreams that you feel like is impossible to do here, is embedded into the subconscious. At one point in a past life, you used to do that. You used to fly. You used to manipulate elements like Avatar the Last Airbender. You used to be able to manipulate fire, create fire like this in your hand. Avatar the Last Airbender was based off of truth, believe it or not. Mintaka, the waters of, this is where mermaids come from. It's like an oceanic type of planet. This is where merfolk come from. A lot of merfolk, like I stated, incarnated from Mintaka to come down to Atlantis days when the planet was destroyed by the reptilian race. I'm saying that the seas of Mintaka, like if you are a Mintakan starseed, if you identify with merfolk, sirens, things like that, or just the sea in general, the marine, you could be a marine biologist or into just marine stuff in there. I don't know if you like going to aquariums, that's for someone specific, or just someone that used to like to swim with the dolphins, that type of vibe. This is definitely for you. Those past life memories are coming to the surface right now. And the unconsciousness to light, that's like that Scorpio, what's hidden beneath is now being revealed and exposed. And like I stated, now that we're past the exposure phase, we are now in the stage of whether you're going through the anger phase or you're going through the depression phase, which is just complete sadness, despair, or if you're going through the actual acceptance phase. Some people are already in the acceptance phase, and when you reach that acceptance phase for things that are truth, you get past the phase like, oh my god, this evil, corrupt regime and things like that, and people doing hate. Once you get past that rise of emotions and passion for things that have been corrupt, once that dies down and you reach a point of acceptance and you realize that you can't forcefully change people, that's when the real work starts, when you start focusing on changing yourself so that you can create a better world for everyone else. Because nothing will get done unless people start looking in the mirror and actually bringing out what is going on subconsciously to the forefront. People are walking around with a lot of pain and things embedded into their core. So much so they're holding so tightly that it's seeping out in different ways in toxic forms, okay, within humanity at this point. So if we continue to keep denying that experience, keep denying that this is what happened to us in our past, keep denying that, this traumatic experience even happened to you, that it was abuse, that it was wrong. If you keep saying that, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal, it wasn't that bad, I turned out fine. I think if you turned out perfectly fine, you wouldn't be out here looking for tarot readings, honestly, for guidance. So, unless you're just watching it for fun and you already know everything I'm saying, which technically, yes, you do. You know everything I'm saying is to be true right now. It takes a moment for it to hit people's consciousness, subconscious. I'm a reader where I dive deep into the subconscious and bring up things that you weren't even aware of, to the point where I get those comments of saying,
I never thought about it like that way. I never really stopped to think about it that way. I never actually thought about things like that in that way.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my gifts, is I see what's going on in the subconscious, like your nightmare state, things that your subconscious has been dying to tell you for years, but you just keep ignoring it. Some people will get really mad and angry and lash out at you violently. I've had people physically attack me. I've had people mentally or verbally attack me. I had people throw spiritual warfare in my face. People who say, okay, I got you, I got your ass, and they go behind closed doors and light a candle on me and shit. I'm sure you dealt with the same thing. The biggest form of spiritual warfare is to make you doubt yourself, so that you don't believe in yourself, so that you don't accomplish shit down here. So that you're a walking, stagnant type of person, okay? That's stuck in limbo. That's what demons want you. That's what the devil wants you to do. Angel love. It's time to focus on self-love. Cultivating that heart chakra. Love is one of the highest frequency as well. Being able to embrace who you are. Being able to be authentic within this world. Coming as you are. And, you know, in most cases, luck will be attracted to you when you're in that vibration. When it says luck is on your side, it means that if you stay in this vibration, this will always find you. The arrow will always shoot at you. I'm seeing Cupid, like arrow. Like, is it Eros and someone else, Eros and something. But I'm seeing this energy of someone like a goddess or someone shooting an arrow at someone's heart, and then the heart, instead of it like you like dying, getting shot in the heart, and then all of a sudden the heart starts glowing. Like it was a dim heart, the heart shattered, and then all of a sudden it just went like poof, and this light just started showing. So I don't know if you're someone who's an earth angel that is like that, where whatever you say or just your energy alone, or just knowing you in general, or just even having conversations with you, you activate people within their DNA, within their subconscious, without even knowing. Meaning that they probably go at home at night dreaming of you if they just met you. They'll probably be like, oh, I think about him or her a lot. I wonder why. You know, they probably think that you're doing magic on them. No, you're just very magnetic, charming individual. Someone you couldn't also know charm speak.
认不出我了吗？我是你堂妹，玉薇啊。啊，我想起来了，你是玉薇。
From Aphrodite. I don't know if you're connected to Aphrodite, the goddess, but she did do charm speaking like qualities for war tactics, because there's different form of war tactics. There's like aggression like war tactics, and it's like either fight, flight, or to fawn. And sometimes people, if you know the art of charm speaking, you know how to talk your way out of situations. I don't know if you know how to talk your way out of tickets. I don't know if you have a history of being able to, if you have the gift of gab. I don't know if you do what I do, where you speak in public or you feel called to speak. I suggest to do so. Get on here and get a platform going. You know, you too can get on also on YouTube and start teaching the things that I am teaching right now as well, if not more, which is great. Yeah, no, people need your knowledge. People need what you have to say in this world as far as teachings wise. We're all students and teachers here, and I think the more that you cultivate the love factor within yourself, the more that you're able to give to others freely, the more that you'll have a capacity for others, or for the bullshit in general. Because if you're in this frequency, nothing outside of you is going to really like taint you or bring you down constantly. So anybody can throw anything at you, swords, any weapon, whatever it is, and it will not penetrate your energy whatsoever. And if it did, you have magical healing abilities through the power of love. Where you can basically like a little Sailor Moon. You basically like a Sailor Moon out here. In the name of the moon, I will punish you. Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is a very long reading. Peace to you. I hope this helped. And yeah, I wishing you well, and I shall see you guys soon.